Hello, everybody. My name is Saif. I'm a head of product for a company called Panther Protocol. We work for DeFi, privacy, compliance, access for everybody. And the idea is, how do you build these kind of product that takes you to the next level of adoption, really. This is 10 minutes. I'm going to go fast. But I'm here after the meeting. If you have any question, I'm available. So let's talk about where we are right now with respect to NFTs. We know there has been hype. 2 years back, everything was exploding, and there was a huge amount of trading, purchase, and all of that was happening. And where we are right now, and these figures are from 2022. So what I'm trying to show here is things are picking up very well. There are sales happening for amount like 92 million, which was the real most expensive NFT sold for the merge. There has been a slowdown from number of users from Asia and other markets, but it is really promising the way it is going right now. And there are a few numbers to look at, and the blockchains where NFTs are being traded heavily. So if you see, there is Ethereum, Rhine, Solana, Polygon is there up catching at number 5. So overall, what we see here from an NFT trade perspective is things have picked up in late 2022, 23, and they're increasing at a very high rate. The way I want to express this is from a commercial standpoint. If you see, the volume right now is at like 38 billion, where NFTs hold the value. But I want to show where it is going. And I'm using this model, it's the Kano model, which product people generally use it, to try to show customer delight versus the investment opportunities, right? And what I'm trying to show here is on your left top quadrant, those are where there is a lot of customer excitement, and a lot has happened in the past. Metaverse is one big thing where a lot of NFT people talk about. So that is where a lot of customer excitement is happening. However, on the bottom right, you see some of the real world use cases, some of the areas where NFT is really going to be used for things that we need. I'm not saying metaverse is not needed, but then there's the ones that I'm talking about, like carbon footprints, real world certificates, or genetic data. Things like those are picking up, and those are the areas which is going to take the market size to the prediction, which is 240 billion for year 2030. That is the prediction for NFT markets, and it is not my prediction. This has been said by several big institutions. There was one for 230. There was one that said 240. So what is this? What does this mean? This kind of projection and amount of money thrown in NFT from an investment standpoint and market size standpoint, this means that there is going to a lot of other things that are going to happen, and the impacts of this kind of growth is going to be, well, obviously, I'm taking you towards the theme of what I'm going to talk about, like the purpose. So there's going to be a lot of scams, frauds, and crimes that are going to increase, right? There is some numbers that I've put that has happened, but as the industry grows, the scams and the frauds are going to increase. Compliance and data regulation is another topic that is very, very important. That is not just part of NFT, but also the whole DeFi world. And mind you, whenever we talk about NFTs are not silo solutions. They are very much intertwined with DeFi and a lot of other solutions that are being built around it. So my take on privacy and these data regulations are, unless we put privacy solutions, just like we do in the Web 2 world, where there is California Consumer Protection Act, GDPR, DPA in UK, how do you solve these problems? You need a privacy solution out there. And then, Spurgeon, personal information, like you need to understand what constitutes personal information. And I've put some there, but it has gone to the level where some people debate that even the browser history could be your personal information. And that is crazy. And the way I want to take that is, if browser history is personal information that shouldn't be publicly available, then what about transaction history on blockchain, right? And so let's talk about real-life privacy. So at the bottom, I just talk about why there is missing privacy on blockchain. And then we talk about real-life privacy. And this is how it looks like. And this is not available on blockchain. So we talk about, there are people that have talked about what is the main blocker in the DeFi world, which constitutes NFT as well. I want to show here, the risks to privacy, how risks grow as more use cases come in play. And as you see, we are into art and collectibles right now. There are less risks because the amount of data, private data, is less, but it's going to grow as we go to that 22, 30 billion industry. I'm very much into genetic, and if NFTs are used for genetic data and genome, how is that going to shape up? Because that is, your most personal data is genetic. Like, you don't want to share that. It is like, so there are solutions. There are people working on NFT that represents your genes. Then we take it to, what is data protection and compliance looks like. What are the solutions available in the market? And I want to just give a glimpse of what we are working on at Panther Protocol. This is my 4-quadrant where I try to put pretty much all the use cases that we're trying to solve. And I'm glad to say that we are most likely the first and very innovative in terms of how we can do zero-knowledge compliance, DeFi access, and all of that. And we are solving those problems by making it decentralized. People use and own their data, but still can interact on blockchain. The bubble size is reflective of the ecosystem impact. I'm not going to go into each of the details, but there are a lot of things that you can do. Finally, this is an architecture diagram. So again, I get 1 minute. What I want to show here is this is how everything works. So you bring your asset, your tokens, into Panther Protocol, and you're allowed to do multiple different kind of DeFi activity, NFT activity, being private, being compliant, because you're done KYC and all of that. And there is zero-knowledge proofs that are used to make sure that you can prove you're compliant without actually showing your data and things like that. That is it. Finally, I want to say this is kind of the theme that is currently in NFT. As William Gibson says, this is mostly used in software that describes all the different pieces that are there, but we just have to put them together for the ecosystem and the solution to work. Thank you all. I'm here to talk about integrations with your NFT project, on-chain compliance, and zero-knowledge proof system. Thank you so much.